What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the 8th episode of Higurashi When They Cry. This one is Cost and Deceiving Chapter Part 4, and I believe the last part of this chapter. It seems to be the format they're doing, 444, at least for now, at least in this first half. I don't know what the plans are beyond that, but I think this is the final part of Cost and Deceiving. Things really ramped up last time, so it seems like they're coming to a conclusion, and it's roughly the same time period that we've seen in the ED, with all the pages being bloody hands teared away. It's always ending up around about the 22nd. That usually seems to be where most of the action happens in the build-up between 17th and 22nd. That's usually the bad times, as it were. So we got some more, well, potential backstory on the curse, or at least one interpretation of said curse, in the form of the people of Hinamizawa being part demon, essentially, and how instead of one dying, one being spirited away, it's possible that that one that seems to disappear is actually eaten by the other. So they find a corpse, and they won't find the body of the other one because it's already been eaten. Now, what that actually means, I don't know, or if that was just meant to be a interpretation on the curse, depending on which timeline we're working with, because as soon as you introduce time, these sorts of things get real messy, especially when you start having loops and things like this. It's just like, okay, well, is there really a true answer to this? Like, is there a definitive, this is canon, this is actually what happened, as opposed to all these other timelines that we're exploring? Because as far as I understand, these timelines that we're exploring are meant to be slightly different to the originals in some manners as well. So it's not like those of you who have watched the original have a 100% understanding of why this is happening. You know way more than what new viewers like myself would know, but you have more context as to why some of the things happened in the last time, and probably why they're happening here. You just don't know all the answers to why certain things are happening. I think one of you did mention, I don't know how spoilerish this is, but the fact that Jiro and what's her name? Takano? Is it Takano? Was that her name? The other one? Yeah, Mio Takano. Like, apparently them being the disappearing ones here wasn't from the original, so that's new for this, apparently. So when I do eventually get to the original, which I do plan to watch, and I'll probably end up recording a reaction to it, but that won't be till around about April next year, because by the time this one finishes, it's a 24-episoder, it'll be roughly April by that time, and then I can put it into wherever I am in the spring season when that comes around. So if you want me to see the original, don't worry, I already have some vague plans to do so, and I'll let you guys know when I get around to that. But yeah, we don't see the cotton washing dance. We get new context for it, like the way she's bringing the tool down and smashing it down on well, just a piece of cotton and like a pillow, essentially. No, it's actually meant to signify a corpse and the murdering and devouring of a corpse, and the cotton ball floating down the river is meant to be like entrails or something. So a much more demonic and gruesome interpretation of the entire festival, which again, it all revolves around this festival. It all revolves around this festival, and I don't think that's a coincidence. So I do wonder why Jiro and Mio? Why them? Why are they the focus this time? Because that's one of the only consistencies between these timelines so far, unless Reina is going to go freaky again, but I don't think she is, because we've not focused on her at all. The person I'm expecting to go freaky is either Shion or Mion, more than likely Shion, because she's the one directly involved with going into that into the ritual hall and seeing all the stuff and learning about the history and all that, so it would make sense for her to maybe go crazy, or for Keiichi to think she went crazy, because it's Keiichi that thought Reina went crazy. I don't know. It's weird. It's really, really weird. I do have some inkling that maybe Keiichi's the one that goes insane and gets cursed, because, well, it depends on what happens this episode, whether I will actually give that theory any more thought, because so far, in the first killing, it was Keiichi that killed Reina, and there was the visible effect over the screen of things changing as that fight went on, and the fact that he was surviving so many stab wounds and then seemingly not being afflicted with so many in the hospital makes me think maybe he was the one that was going crazy all along. So, depending on what happens here with this ending, which I'm going to assume is going to be the death of Shion, Mion, Reina, all of them basically, in some form or fashion. Maybe this is the baseball bat story, because that hasn't happened yet, unless that's meant to be a reference for the old fans to something that happened in the original series that's not happening in this. Who knows? This show is full of theory crafting, and I could go on for probably an hour or so just talking about theories without watching the episode, so let's just get into the episodes. We'll have a bit more to work off with, as this is our second arc completion. So we'll put some more thought into it in the after things. I know you guys are here to hear some of my thoughts, so we'll save it for then. Anyway, as per usual, these are time-based form reactions. Bottom left of the screen, you're going to see the time for the episode. I'll count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then I'll play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. Watch this one on Funimation as per usual, since that's who's licensed it. Kadokawa logo to begin with, and then the Funimation logo, so about, 11 seconds worth of logos, or 10 seconds? About 10 seconds worth of logos, nearly 11. You can also use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell when scenes are transitioning to make it easy for you guys. And this is probably going to be one of the first series that ends up being picture-in-picture in the future, so stay tuned for more information on that. Anyway, long intro over, let's get into this week's episode. In 3, 2, 1, play. Kadokawa logo, and Funimation. Cheers to that. Alright. It's the 20th, so about, only 3 more days technically left. Oh, I didn't even mention this, Rika, Crazy Eyes. That's happening. Right, Mare's missing. Yeah, the Mare's involved. Why is the Mare involved? Anyway. In no way is he okay. In no way is he going to be okay. Oh boy. Yeah, of course you'd be missing. Why is... Oh boy. Yeah, where's Mion? Oh, there. Okay. Who's she talking to? What? Wait, what? Construction uniform? Wasn't there a construction uniform guy standing in front of the clinic when that was meant to be getting like remodels or something? Oh god. My head hurts already. But I don't think that's the first time we've had a construction worker be involved. Why are they holding that shot? Don't hold that shot. That was an awful shot to hold. Making me think now she's been burned in there or something. What is this, Yandere Simulator? Huh? Or was that a distraction from what he was actually going into? Oh, I don't know anymore. I'm doubtful of everything. Why that lighting? I don't like the extra shadow they've put on her there. What? Is this Mion? Okay, we got the fuzzy vision again, though. We got the fuzzy vision again. This is the exact same vision that when Rika, Rena messed up. What? I mean, that's a theory, but I don't think that's true. I think she's the leader, but I don't think she's the ringleader of the curse. Oh god, so it was Mion that went crazy. Oh boy. This is so creepy. I love it. Dude, get off the ladder! Get off the fucking ladder! And then the vision ends. And as if nothing happened. Again, that screen effect immediately lifts as soon as they're not in that moment. I don't know if that's just a special effect of the craziness, or if it's to do with Keiichi's misinterpretation of events, you know? But look at that. Look at Mion's face towards him. Construction workers in the back, and then again, look at again construction workers. What the fuck is going on? Well, passing the blame on Shion. Yeah, you can't do that. Fair enough. Oh boy, who's ringing now? Is that Weishi, the detective? Even the phone ring is so creepy. I love it. That's not suspicious at all. Hmm. Aha. Uh-huh. Who's watching them go? Who was watching them go? Was it the construction guys again? Was it someone else? Hmm. Hmm. You are on camera though. That's somewhat reassuring, maybe. But they've really turned up the background audio for that. I love it. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. You got heating, you'll be fine. Everything's too normal right now, though. I hate this. Interesting. Yep. Yep. Sure. Okay, he's gonna admit what happened. Yep. Not surprised at all in her facial expression. Yeah, she knows. Yeah, makes sense. Hmm. I have doubts, but yep. God, it's hard to trust anyone. She was the only one left. She was the only one left in the first arc. Everyone else was gone. Maybe there's something to that. Hmm. Do you think someone's trying to keep it that way? So it became planned. Yeah. You sure about that? I'm sure it would happen even now in 2020. I'm sure someone would try that. If you want someone dead, you'll find every way to pass it off as if you didn't do it. Let's be real. Mm-hmm. So, where have we gone? Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Of which Rika is one. Okay, they lost influence. Interesting. Where are we going though? And why did she specifically change outfits after she made tea? Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. As far as you know. Mm. How far are we going to progress in here? Safe room. Interesting. But it looks like a prison cell. Okay. It's more like an underground bunker then. Computer control panel. A month. That seems kind of short. I'd say you'd pack supplies for 3 months, but this was all part. Yeah, we're keeping you here. Yeah, no, you're forcibly being stayed here. Hmm. Huh? What are you gonna do? So we're doing this to protect him. This cell's gonna keep you safe. Okay. What is she planning to do? Sure. But what are you going to do? Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah. What about her family? Okay, there's a bit more of Satsuko we need to explore. Blaming the families, okay. But okay. Boy, is she gonna wipe out the three great families? Is that her plan? Because that would be something if she's gonna wipe out all three families. Well, okay, we're mentioning the doll again. That Shion also got somehow. Okay. And this tradition. Their minion? Their minion. Who's the guest gonna be? Rika? I mean, she's been missing, and all of a sudden. Oh shit, she's got a gun. Okay. Now you're freaked out by her carrying a gun. That's not gonna help. Okay. We're just gonna hear gunshots, aren't we? They're not gonna show what happens. Are they gonna show who she meets? Almost certainly not. She's gonna try and bust down metal bars. I mean, I like her spirit, but it's just not gonna work. Like, they're barely even rusted. What? Excuse me, what? Construction workers. Again. How the hell did he bust it down? There's no way he gets through that. If he gets through that, 100% he's in a delusion. Or she left it open for him. Because this is the door that not even a bullet could scratch. You know, so... Well, he's knocking himself out on this. He's going to kill himself with it. Yeah. And then the detectives got him out. Driven insane and bashed his head in, essentially. June something, 1983. Same fucking doll. Yeah. Goddamn Oishi. This is going to end with your neck is itchy, isn't it? Hmm. At least get you out. Implying... Yeah. The well? Oh. Oh. Kiyoshi. Shion's... Whoa, okay. Shion was down there. 10 years old? Hmm. Yeah. Rika was there. Yeah. Oh. Oh. That's why. That's why. Holy shit. Just to keep you from going there. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yep. He's just broken again. Yeah, he's not going to rest up, I don't think. Well... Yeah. Not actually going to show us. Oh, lovely. She hid it from you. Yep. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Curse, Curse Deceiving Chapter Part 1, okay. Interesting end. Very weird end. Very weird end to that one. Okay, so it would appear as though we're going to start another loop next time out. Potentially. There's something off about all of that. There's something really, really off about all of that. Here's the thing, like, it's gonna come down to Mion Shion, right? Like, because they are intentionally confusing characters that you can't really judge except by hairstyle. That's the only thing you can really judge them by. Unless very specific cadences and specific voice acting performances. That's the only other thing you'd be able to tell any difference on. So... Again, we got that filter as she was bashing the thing, which makes me think it's just a filter of the fact that something crazy is going on, not that he's misinterpreting things. The fact that he busted through that first door should not have happened, unless that door was left intentionally weakened in some way. But why would it be left intentionally weakened? Because I don't believe he could bash that down with his own strength. Because if he could bash it down with his own strength, the people that they would be trying to contain probably would be stronger than him. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that. So... I think the secret lies within Mion/Shion. I think that's where it lies. But again, it was a weirdly subdued end to the episode. I was half expecting a nurse to come out of nowhere and say, "Is your neck itchy?" Like, I really thought they were going to do something like that and just be like, he's in somewhere completely inconspicuous, but still there's a nurse there. Like, if they did that, that would have been creepy as fuck and would have been hella interesting. But in that timeline, everyone's gone. Wait, no, hang on. Everyone's not gone. I don't think. Let me just see. We found bodies in the well. Oryo Sonozaki, yes. Kichiro Kimiyoshi. Have we heard of Kimiyoshi? Who the hell's that? Do I know that character? Who the hell's Kimiyoshi? Was that one of the other families? Was that one of the other three great families? Is it Sonozaki, Furude, and Kimiyoshi? Were those the three great families? Because that's the only reason I can think of for Kimiyoshi being in there, because that's not the name of any of our main characters. That's none of our main characters. Or even any of the side characters that we've been introduced to, I don't think. And then, yeah, Shion was down there as well. Over 10-year-old skeletal bodies. And then they found... Yeah. Mion was found dead alongside the body of Satoko Hojo, so she was the minion sent... No, wait, that means... No, that would mean Hojo was the... Hojo's one of the other three great families, right? Or not. Wait. I don't want to look it up. I don't want to look up which of the three great families, and I don't know if I can actually find it here. Let me see. Funimation Player sucks to scroll through, so I don't know if I'll be able to find the three great families. Let me see if I can find it. Also doesn't help that... Oh, have I broken it already? No, I haven't broken it, okay. No, I think I have broken it. Yep. It became this evil, negative thing, and that's why Satoko's family was... ... trails off, doesn't finish that thought. What happened to Satoko's family? Okay, I just need to... I'm just going to type three great families. Sonozaki, Kimiyoshi, and Furude. Yes? Yes. Okay, so Kimiyoshi was another one of that. So what happened to Satoko's family? Because it turned into this evil twisted thing, is Satoko's family victims of this curse as well? Is that what we're implying with that? But that explains who Kimiyoshi was. Kimiyoshi was one of the other great families. So, to the people in the comments who have already answered that question, sorry. Okay. Holy shit, I'm trying to struggle my brain through all this. Yeah, you found Rika in the septic tank. Lying in the hallway of the Sonozaki mansion. They sent their minion. That's what Mion said. They sent their minion there. And then all the construction workers were there as well, or at least posing as construction workers. They were there at the clinic in the first arc, right? That's the same people. But Reina's still alive. Reina was the only survivor this time. Interesting. So, yeah, so last time the only survivor was Mion. We didn't know Shion existed at that point, so we don't know whether she was alive or not at that point. But everyone else had been killed. This time, we know Shion exists, and then all of them have been killed except for Reina. I don't know if there's any meaning behind Reina still being alive. I don't think so. I don't think so. There shouldn't be any meaning for it. Okay, she was the one... No, I don't think there's any real meaning behind that. I don't know if any of the loops are meant to be connected, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, what of the loops is connected? So far, the only thing consistent between these two loops that we now have as reference is the fact that Mio and Jiro are the ones that disappear at the festival. That's the only consistency I've got right now. Everything else so far has been more or less different. Obviously, there's more to Rika. There's so much more to Rika that we need to go through, but I don't know when we're going to get that. She's clearly the key in all this, because she's the reason we know these are even time loops and not just retellings of a story just for the sake of retellings. We know there's time looping thanks to her, and that's in 2 where she met with some other person, I don't know who, but was in like Between the Worlds or something, and then talks about basically giving some little exposition as to why this is continuing and is basically a continuation from the original anime, which is meant to have a... Did the original anime have a conclusive end? Like, of all the... Taking this new version out, like, this is the only question I really want answered about the originals in the comments. Like, you guys, you know what you guys are doing when it comes to spoilers and such. But when it came to the original work, not just the original 2006 anime, but all the subsequent stuff that came after, did all of that provide a conclusive end to the story, or was it intentionally left open-ended because of the fact that there's time looping and it's an infinite series of possibilities? Like, I would like to know that. I assume the original visual novel has a conclusive end of sorts, because all this is based off the visual novel, and visual novels tend to have a conclusive end. by the end of it. They might have multiple paths that they can go down, but they still have a conclusive end to those paths. Ooh, that makes me wonder. Did that original visual novel have like branching mechanics? So, or was it just a complete set continuation? Like you start here and then you just go through all of it and then it's the end? Or did it have branching paths where you made choices that actually influenced the story? Please let me know on that one as well, because in theory, I could do a visual novel series. I could explore the visual novel. I have a fascination with visual novels, despite them. Well, they are becoming more prominent, but that's usually because of their sexual content. That's really why they've become more prominent. But I'm a big fan of visual novels, so maybe going through the original visual novel might be part of the Higurashi experience that I go through. I don't want to become just the Higurashi channel. I don't have time for that, but I'm curious now about that visual novel and if it had branchingness to it. So let me know that as well. Okay, so a lot of stuff to go through still, and like we're already over the 40-minute mark at this point. Okay, let me go back to the screens real quick because and what she said. Back. Yep, she took out the gun, so it's just before that. Let's see. So yeah, beeping on the security system that's observing everything. Does that mean someone's here? They're minions here instead. So she was expecting Satoko, Hojo's family, or someone from there, but they're minions here instead. That or they've caught on. So I guess that's implying... Wait, who's that implying? They've caught on. Who's they? I mean, if we take a look at the Higurashi ED, we can clearly see Satoko in the grips of someone and very not happy about it in the ED. So let me just go back and find the ED real quick on YouTube, because that's going to be so much faster than looking for it on the Funimation site. ED of Higurashi 2020. There it is. Let's just mute it real quick. We have the happy-go-lucky stuff, and then we have the actual thing itself. Then that scene that we saw in episode 2, of course. So yeah, we have Mio and Shion obviously not getting along with each other in that pose. I don't know, I guess the people behind that is meant to be others of the great families, maybe? Potentially? And then, yeah, you see Satoko here, terrified, clutching onto a teddy, with some guy clutching her. And we know something happened to her family. Beyond that, I don't really know what else. There might have been other hints in other parts of the story relating to Satoko and what happened to her. But yeah, it was Mio Shion, Satoko, and then here's Reina's focus, and there's the box thing of all the tools that she carried to Keiichi's house to dismember him with. And then we go to him beating him over the head with the bat. So, I think, this is my prediction for the next arc. What was it called? Curse Deceiving. So we've had Demon Deceiving, Cossin Deceiving, Curse Deceiving. Don't know if those names are relevant, but we'll just go with that. Or if it's just a way to distinguish between each arc. But we now have Curse Deceiving. I'm going to guess this one's a Satoko-focused episode. Just based on the ED alone, I'm going to assume that this is Satoko's... where we explore Satoko and her backstory a bit. Because first time we got a lot of Reina content. This time we got a lot of Mio and Shion content. Next time I'm expecting a lot of Satoko content, explaining what's happening with her, what happened to her family. That might explain some of the information that we just got in this arc. And then beyond that, I don't know. Because I assume they'll be changing up the OP and ED for the next half of the season. 24-episoder or multi-core shows often do that. So I'm expecting more information to come in a new ED and new OP format. So, yeah, beyond that, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm guessing next episode or next arc is Satoko focused. That would make sense based on what I've seen. But Rika is obviously... Rika is the Subaru of this world. I said this in the comments last week, but Rika is the Subaru of this world in the fact that she's the one experiencing all these different timelines, and is the one that's going through it and in some way has to fix it, or is responsible for it, or in something. I don't know what. But I just get the sense that, especially with some of the lines that she interjects with, it almost feels like she's trying to subtly influence certain decisions, or probe for certain things, like, just some of her lines. Especially when like, she was the one that said to give the doll to Mion and see what the reaction was. So I don't know if that's her trying to find out which loop she's in, if she's experienced the loop before, or what's going on. But I feel like once we get down to what actually is happening in the show, beyond just trying to be creepy and lay down some groundwork, once we start getting to explanations of what's happening, I think Rika is the central piece in this. But beyond that, I don't know. I really, really don't know what to think of it. But I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Like I said with Akudama Drive as well today, which is already another 40+ minute video. When I have a video that's almost twice the length of the actual episode itself, you know I'm invested. You know I'm trying to think of things and talk theories and want to engage with you guys and discuss this stuff. Because it's incredible, put simply. And I'm loving every single second of it. It does mean my voice is being absolutely shot to shit, because I'm just recording so much, but hey, it's a small price to pay for this level of enjoyment. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, as per usual. Second arc down, moving on to number 3, which I think is going to be Satoko focused, and maybe explain what happened to her family, why this curse and this tradition has kind of imposed something on her family. Maybe her family was one of the original victims of the curse. Maybe that was used as a front. I don't know. But something's going on. Why did Satoko come to the mansion? Why was she their underling or whatever that she said? What did she say? Their minion. Why is she their minion? Why would she willingly do that when she seems so terrified of it? So many questions. So many goddamn questions. Anyway, thank you for watching. Leave your likes and comments as per usual. Don't forget to hit subscribe to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the full 2020 lineup you can find on my channel. Thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, see you guys later.